Good evening and welcome to the Buck Stops here. I'm Vishnu Shom. On the program this evening, the BJP slams the West Bengal government for not doing enough in its probe of the Burdwan terror plot. Tonight we ask the Burdwan blast, Mamata versus the centre. Is the terror probe compromised by the Bengal police? Also on the show this evening, they hit out at the UPA for not revealing the names of individuals who had stashed black money abroad. But today the Modi government told the Supreme Court the same thing. Names couldn't be revealed for fear of breaking international treaties. So is the BJP necessarily doing more than what the UPA supposedly did to deal with black money abroad? Tonight we ask, the black money chase, is the BJP singing the UPA tune? But first, our top story. In West Bengal, central agencies, the National Investigating Agency and the NSG today detonated 37 of the 39 improvised explosive devices or IEDs that they discovered in the same house that the state police had searched and sealed 8 days ago. How did the police miss the IEDs? That's what opposition parties are asking. No response so far from the ruling Trinamool that had opposed the takeover of the Burdwan blast case by the NIA.
In 3 batches, the NSG and NIA teams detonated the 37 IEDs they had found last evening. 2 more were defused and saved for forensic tests. The IEDs were found at a house on Burdwan's Badshahi Road that the state police had searched and sealed at least a week ago. How did the state police miss the IEDs that NIA found at first shot?
If you go with the intention of finding the evidence, you will find them. But if you go with the intention of hiding the evidence and destroying, then you will not find it. So CID had gone with that purpose because the links were quite visible between TMC leadership and those jihadi groups.
Because of the TMC's politicization of this entire police force has pushed the efficiency of different sectoral police forces in such a dismal condition.
The NSG was not resting on its laurels. This afternoon they were back at Badshahi Road to search 2 adjoining rooms. 5 or 6 men who lived here have long fled, including one Rezaul Sheikh, all terror suspects with links to the men involved with the blast of 2nd October. Neighbors are shocked.
এলাকার মানুষ কেউই ভাবেনি যে আমাদের এলাকা থেকে এরকম বাজে জিনিস একটা পাওয়া যাবে, কেউ আশাও করেনি। আমরা খুব দুঃখিত যে এলাকার মানুষের বদনাম হচ্ছে, একটা মানুষের জন্য 5টা মানুষের বদনাম।
The NIA search in Burdwan is still on. Tomorrow they may shift focus to neighboring Murshidabad district. With sniffer dogs, bomb disposal units, bomb detection units and their expertise, the NIA and NSG have together shown up the West Bengal police. They found in the Badshahi Road house what the CID and the police failed to do. It is an embarrassment that the state police will certainly take a long time to live down. In Burdwan with G.D. Shankar, Monideepa Banerjee, NDTV.
Well, there are 2 aspects to the story. Firstly, the entire terror angle, the entire Burdwan case is very, very frightening. But the other issue is of the terror probe, apparently, according to the opposition in Bengal, being compromised by the Bengal police. What is this all about? How is this playing out? Joining us, Shogoto Rai, the Lok Sabha MP of the Trinamool Congress, A.V. Karnik, former Deputy Director of the IB, and Aman Sinha, Senior Advocate in the Supreme Court and spokesperson of the BJP. Mr. Shogoto Rai, Siddharthnath Singh of the BJP spelled it out, and he said that there are links between the Trinamool Congress and jihadi groups, which is why what we are seeing is taking place. These are people who are being protected. How do you respond?
I totally refute the charges made by the Siddharthnath Singh. I do not know who exactly he is, because he is not an elected representative from anywhere. I have seen that he is posing questions to the elected popular Chief Minister of West Bengal. I strongly resent his suggestion. There is no question of the state government trying to shield anybody involved in terrorist or anti-national activities. We wanted the NIA to come in through a proper legal process. NIA, before it takes up any terror related cases, should have the clearance from the Home Minister. After they obtain the clearance, NIA is working. Now they have called the NSG, National Security Guard, whose main job is to protect important people and also to do commando operations to help them. We have no objection.
They are ideally suited to defuse
the Chief Minister has said.
The NSG diffuses bombs, that's why they are there, sir.
No, yes, that is part of their work, but I think the BSF, which has now been called in, is better suited to defuse bombs. NSG, most of them are deployed to protect important people.
So the NSG is perhaps the finest
Delhi.
force in the country to
see
defuse
them
bombs, but be that as it may, I wanted to get
Mulayam Singh and Mayawati.
I wanted Aman Sinha to respond to that. Firstly, Shogoto Rai says that Siddharthnath Singh, a BJP leader, is no one, he has no locus standi in making the allegations that he has. How do you, as spokesperson of the BJP, respond to that?
No, it is extremely unfair and surprising on part of Mr. Roy to be saying this. Any Indian can raise questions with regard to, inefficiency or omissions by the state government when, these are questions of serious acts of terror, which the state government is, condoning. And, the actions of state government, Vishnu, are absolutely shocking and extremely suspicious in this case. And, the most surprising thing was that a house which was searched and seized by the state police, there were about 40 IEDs and grenades which was found there by the NIA and NSG commandos. And my friend Mr. Roy is getting into technicalities. There is an emergent situation, there is a terrorist situation which is there, before the state government, before the people of Bengal, and he wants that, all technical questions should be examined. I do not know what kind of argument is this, but it is extremely suspicious that why, right from the outset, Chief Minister was absolutely, condemning any kind of investigation by NIA or other central agencies, and thereafter, even after it emerged that 40 IEDs were discovered from a house which was searched and seized by the state police, Ms. Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of West Bengal, instead of taking any action against those responsible guilty police officers, she is hell-bent on protecting them and she is hailing their actions. It is absolutely inexplicable, and the actions of the state government of West Bengal is extremely suspicious, including the Chief Minister.
No police officer.
No, but Mr. Roy, why don't you answer the larger question that more than 30 IEDs have been found in a house? Mr. Roy, more than 30 IEDs have been found in a house which the West Bengal police
have you taken,
has
Mr. Roy?
sealed.
What action have you taken against the police officers? Vishnu?
No,
Vishnu, if I may just pose a simple question. What action has the state government taken against the police officers?
Okay, all right.
There was Aman, there were 40
Aman,
IEDs and
I
grenades.
take your question. I think Mr. Roy is trying to answer it.
Please, let me.
Yeah, go ahead,
Let me complete. NIA is better equipped, so if they have found the IEDs, good. If they have diffused the IEDs, I am told they have diffused 37 IEDs and kept 2. Good for them. Let them take the action, because now NIA is officially, formally authorized.
No, it is good for the state of West Bengal. It is good for people of West Bengal. It is good for people of the country.
I sniff.
What are you saying, Mr. Roy? I cannot understand your argument.
We know better what is good for West Bengal, because BJP is a bit player in West Bengal. We are the ruling party.
Therefore, you are hell-bent on condoning actions of terrorists.
BJP people, how to run West Bengal. BJP is a small bit player in the West Bengal politics. But I want to ask 2-3 things.
This is the problem. Instead of addressing the issues, they are going on saying that why somebody is raising these issues.
Just a
You
minute,
have
Aman.
state government there. What are you doing?
Aman Sinha, just one moment. He says
Vishnu,
he has questions to ask you.
They are ruling
let him make the point.
It is their statutory duty and
obligation
according to the Constitution.
Is this the way? Is this BJP training to speak?
No, 1 second.
Okay.
Mr. Roy, you have questions to ask. Go ahead and ask those questions, and Aman will respond to them. Go ahead.
I have questions to ask is why does the BJP take up issues which are communally divisive? For instance, it takes up the question of infiltration from Bangladesh. Without having any facts, they are constantly harping on that issue because their allegation is that Muslims are infiltrating from Bangladesh. They are giving a lot of emphasis on these explosions because those involved were Muslims. So they want to create a Hindu-Muslim divide in the name of working for the country.
All right, okay. Huge allegation over there.
I had a
Aman
serious
Sinha, reply to that. Mr. Roy, I'll come back to you,
last question, please. I have a last question.
Mr. Roy, I'll come back to you.
It's a hugely absurd allegation because...
Yeah.
No, Vishnu, it is a hugely absurd allegation because these are not questions of, these are not communal questions. These are questions of national security. And, my friend who's been, I think he's been a minister also earlier, he must realize and, try to improve his discourse on such issues. On issues of national security, you are trying to paint and give it a communal color and try to condone it. If there is anybody who illegally trespasses into our sovereign country, he is bound to be prosecuted and punished. What is wrong about that? But if you are going to protect and condone it, that is going to be totally reprehensible.
Mr. Roy, what is wrong?
What is BJP stand? I know what is BJP stand. The unfortunate part is that on questions of national security, instead of appreciating the highest questions of national security, you are hell bent on giving it a communal color and trying to condone it.
I want to go across to the former Deputy Director of the IB, Mr. Karnik, who's been listening to all of this. Please. Mr. Karnik, spell it out for us from a security standpoint. What sort of threat did this module, in your understanding, in Burdwan pose to us in India?
Look, this is a very serious threat to our security, that a new cell, new organization has been found working against India's interests, located in West Bengal. And it is very unfortunate that such a serious matter is being discussed between BJP and TMC. It has nothing to do with politics, it is to do with security. So both sides should really forget their political interests and then concentrate on protecting national security. If the NIA is doing a good job, NSG is doing a good job, West Bengal police should accept it, and then West Bengal government should concede that initially they were lax, they were slow in picking up the threads of this conspiracy. Now that many details have been found, they should take it very seriously and help the NIA and the NSG to look into the spread of this organization in West Bengal or Assam or anywhere else for that matter, and really eliminate the risk that the country is now facing. This is an absolute necessity, and it is frivolous to talk about political interests of one party or the other.
Mr. Roy, even in the past, the allegation has been that the West Bengal government has always refused or not been conducive towards providing the centre with assistance when it comes to fighting terror. Even when the UPA was in power, there were requests which were made by the Bangladesh government. On several cases, Mr. Chidambaram at that stage was unable to reach out to the TMC, who said that, look, this is an issue we are best suited to deal with. Now it is the BJP in power and they face the same issue, where there is a question mark being raised on what the centre can or should do, when the real issue, a lot of people would say, is of security.
I do not think so. I do not think so. But there are fundamental questions on federalism. The centre should not. That's why we are opposed to the National Counter-Terrorism Centre. We want to fight terror. But it does not mean that in the name of fighting terror, the centre would interfere into every investigation which is being made by the state government. I just heard one former deputy director of IB. What did the IB do when Yasin Bhatkal operated his India Mujahideen? Was the IB able to prevent the German bakery blasts? Were they able to prevent the Hyderabad blast? Were they able to prevent the Delhi blast? what is all these sleuths of IB whose job is to collect information throughout the country? What did they do to prevent any of the blast? Here, the central agencies are coming in after a blast has taken place, after the state police has arrested certain people and also taken one person into custody who is now under treatment. Now, I want to ask a more serious question to the central government. I don't know the spokesman of BJP whether he is entitled. The BJP National Secretary Siddharth Singh.
No, you please talk about your entitlement. You have been making personal remarks against other BJP leaders also. If you have any question to ask, ask. Don't try to degenerate the debate to such a low level.
The question is as a whole to the BJP, including Amit Shah. How did Siddharth Singh say that the investigation has embarrassed India on the international stage? The Sheikh Hasina government has reportedly given documents to the Narendra Modi government at the center about the Jamaat-e Mujahideen, Bangladesh's network in India, and alleged fund flow from Bengal to terror outfits in Bangladesh. If the Hasina government in Bangladesh has reported to the government of India, how does Siddharth Nath Singh, the BJP leader, know about this?